The parable of the vineyard tenants, Matthew 21 verses 33 to 46. The story begins with a landowner who plants a vineyard, builds a wall around it, digs a wine press, and erects a watchtower. He then leases it to tenants, husbandmen, and travels abroad. When harvest time approaches, the landowner sends servants to the tenants to collect his share of the fruit. The tenants, however, seize the servants, beat some, kill others, and send the rest away empty-handed. The landowner sends a second group of servants, more numerous than the first, but they are treated just as badly. Finally, the landowner decides to send his only beloved son, reasoning, "They will respect my son." Upon seeing the son, the wicked tenants conspire, saying, "This is the heir. Come, let's kill him, and the inheritance will be ours." They drag him out of the vineyard and kill him. Jesus concludes the parable by asking what the landowner will do to those wicked tenants. The answer is that he will come and destroy them and give the vineyard to others who will give him a share of the fruit in due season. The parable is a powerful allegory that directly addresses the religious leaders of Jesus' time, specifically the chief priests and Pharisees, and encapsulates the history of Israel and God's interaction with his people. The landowner represents God, who lovingly established the vineyard. The vineyard represents the people of Israel, whom God established and protected. The tenants represent the leaders of Israel, priests, scribes, elders, who were given responsibility over God's people but failed in their stewardship. The servants represent the prophets God repeatedly sent throughout history to call his people and their leaders to repentance, but who were often rejected, persecuted, and killed. The Son represents Jesus, the final messenger and heir, whom the leaders ultimately rejected and planned to kill outside the vineyard, a prophecy of his crucifixion outside Jerusalem's gates. The destruction of the tenants foretells the judgment upon the unfaithful leadership and, historically, the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 CE. Giving the vineyard to others signifies the transition of God's authority and kingdom responsibility from the unfaithful Jewish leadership to a new group that will bear fruit, understood to be the apostles, the early church, and the inclusion of the Gentiles, non-Jews, into the covenant community. It is all about Jesus. Follow and subscribe for more.